Cause that shit right fucking. Hey Cultura, he Cultura, he Cultura, he Cultura, he Cultura, he Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio M-O-G-U-R-A. M-O-G-U-R-A, get it right, M-O-G-U-R-A, Studio before that. Hit me up at the PayPal, CashApp, buy my novel, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Check out my Octotaco blog, octotaco.com. Also my comic shop. Check out my TeePublic shop. Check out my discography, available on Spotify playlist from 1999 up until this year, 2023, with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Or buy it directly on Bandcamp. If you go to Bandcamp, I get more money. If you go to the Spotify, you have to stream it like 1,000,000 times for me to get a penny. Okay, there we go. Are we done? No, we're not. We're just getting started. What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? Probably. After this game? Yeah. After this weekend? Oh, yeah. I almost didn't do tonight because I was really tired. I'm not really tired, but I am really tired because it's just been a barrage of sports. I don't even know what's going on with the... that thing, you know what that thing's called? That thing, you know, that big thing that happens? Oh yeah, the World Series. Ya se terminó. So fue una mierda. There you go. That's what happened with the World Series. Fue una mierda. I don't know, my neck all of a sudden was just like, ay coño, pero me duele ahí, pero me duele. Y ya, yo creo que fue porque este juego me dolió. Me dolió este juego. I would have rather than just get blown out by 30 fucking points like everybody expected. Because then coming back and, trying to making a game out of it, all of a sudden lifted my expectations. Which is nice. I wasn't really expecting that. If you saw the last show, you heard the last show, you knew going into this game, we all were on the same page here. We were probably going to lose this game. And this was before Bam decided not to play and to take the game off. Be like, oh, my hip, my neck, my hip, you know? Which is fine. I get it. And so even before that, I was like, we were probably going to lose this game. And, remember we were talking about the whole Jimmy thing. So, well, Jimmy, since you didn't play, you better come out and you better fucking win this game. You saw how Jimmy played. Jimmy played horrible. My man has not even played. Didn't even give a shit. This man does not care about basketball at all. That is the mode that we are in right now. That is the season. It is literally a season of basketball that we refer to as, does this man even care about basketball? And then there's going to be the next season of this guy is a god. And then the next season of Jimmy MVP. And then the next season of he's Michael Jordan 2.0. Okay, just remember that. So right now we don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a shit right now. Spo is doing the mad scientist shit, which he did tonight, which was a great... Actually, you know what? I know you want to get pissed. Don't get pissed off at this loss. Don't waste your time getting angry and why we didn't win? This team sucks. Don't even get pissed off at the Lillard trade thing. If you were really watching this game, man, we came back on these motherfuckers down by 6 with the shittiest lineup. Butler wasn't even into it. Bam's not even fucking playing. Martin ain't even here. New guys that were trying to just see what they got. Put these guys against the number ones of other teams and see what they got. The guys that we've been running for the last 2 years have been bench guys and guys we've been sending to the fucking D-League. This is the first time really, really that these guys are like, okay, now we want to see you work against Because otherwise, they would be playing off the bench. I mean, we saw these guys going at starters, guys who played the fucking the playoffs last year. So, I don't blame Spo at all for not changing the lineup and even though I feel like when they got it down by 6, you should have taken out Orlando Robinson, put Bryant back in the game, or Kevin Love or something. You should have taken out J. Rich and put Butler back in the game and told Butler go get us his fucking win. You haven't done shit all fucking game. Do something right now. Go get us 7 fucking points. And I would have done that to try and steal the game. But Spo didn't want to do that. He wanted to ride these guys and see what they could do. And you know what? I totally understand that. I felt the same way. You know what? Fuck it. Let's ride these guys and see what they can pull. If they can pull this off. If they can pull it off with these guys, I mean, that would just be embarrassing. That's what Spo thought. That would really fucking stab these motherfuckers in the heart. And and I like that. I would have liked to have seen that. I didn't want once I realized that if he would have brought in Butler, would have beat him. It would have been like, oh yeah. But if they would have beat him with this team, it would have been like, ooh, that's not good. So, Hero had a big game. I'm glad to see that Hero had a big game. And it's just, if he had Bam tonight, I think we would have won this. Just even playing shitty, we would have won this. Again, another team that we played last year, big deal style, where I came away from a loss with these people. Huh? Do you feel anything? Are you really afraid of this team? Are you like, oh my God, Damian Lillard, we can't stop him. He hits a You saw the Robinson shooting threes out his ass? I mean, Robinson's got to just take contested threes, bro. That's his thing, dude. Robinson is so much better under pressure with like a right his head and tied up with the spotlight and like the electrical thing tied to the battery, then tied to his nipples and like the shock. That is what Robinson likes. So, get it to him. Let him tell him, shoot it contested. Fuck it, what happens? You never know. Because I think he just shoots it much better than if he shoots it open. He shoots it wide open and it's like, goodbye planet. Click, click, done. Aliens win. There's something in this team. This team has something. No, I'm ready to go to this team. I'm ready to go into the playoffs with this team. Let's go. Ready. Just got to give these guys time. Let's give these guys time. Bryant has to get more time playing. He's got to get more time playing because right now he goes out there and he's like, he's all over the place, but then he shows signs of potential. I like how they match up against Antetokounmpo. And this is like basically, I feel, the first time these guys must have gone up against Antetokounmpo like with this, like ever, it seems like. But I know they got smashed because, they haven't played this guy a lot. But I feel like if they play this guy a little bit more, they're going to get him. We can take it to this team. We can take it to this Bucks team. No problem. They were supposed to blow us out by 30. They did it. It wasn't luck or anything like that. It was, we came back on them. 4 minutes left. And that's why I think, you should have probably put in Butler. Switched out at least J. Rich for Butler. Add that little bit of stability, and I think that would have really set things off. That crowd hates us. I love it. Milwaukee hates Miami. They do. They hated this win. This win, even though they got away with it, they hated it. They were like, this wasn't supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be like a 40-point blowout, a destruction of the Heat, and we had it. We had a 26-point lead. The Heat would have kept it to a 20-point lead. Probably would have won this game. That's all they had to do. And that's where I'm just like, if it's like that, it's not really that far off. I mean, we're like literally game 4. Game 4. And look how much we've learned. We see that we got Wakas has potential. Jovic has to play. Gotta play him. You gotta start him instead of starting Love. That's it. Let Love come off the bench. Work with the fucking second unit. But Jovic has to start. Jovic has to be amongst the starters because his rebounding, his energy, hardcore. Hardcore. Or if not starting, he's gotta come off the bench. For sure. For sure. Definitely, I mean, take away minutes from J Rich. I've already seen J Rich. I know what I'm gonna get from J Rich, and it's nothing. We're not gonna get anything from him. We'll get a 3 miracle style like once in a while when the cows come home. That's it. We're not gonna get anything. Sorry. I don't want to go through this again with J Rich. I'm fine with it. So I'd rather just see what else we got, you know? Give his minutes to somebody else. Let's just go deeper into the bench. Let's get this other guy. I forgot his name. Or Swider. Let's get Swider in this game. And let's give Swider some minutes instead of J Rich. But, we got to get J Rich because J Rich, I think, was hurt. And finally he gets some minutes to start. But, I mean, I suppose clearly, I got to clearly see. And I know he's got he's got a little bit of good defense. And he plays better when he's with us, I guess. But it's just no, I want to see somebody else. I want to see Swider. I want to see, it would have been great to see Swider come in with Jovic. And I bet you we would have gone. We don't need the defense as much as we need the offense because we have the defense. And guess what? Antetokounmpo still scores. He still gets to the free throw line. They still score on us. So I don't want to see this like, oh my God, we need more defense. No, we know we need more offense. So put Swider out there. Put people. Let's see what else we got. Who else can be a power shooter on this team? And I thought we would see that tonight, but we didn't because we tried to actually play without Bam or something. I don't know what the hell happened. Tonight was really distracting because you had tonight is the greatest night of all sports night is tonight, and by that it's that the NFL, the NHL, the MLB, and the NBA are all playing at the same time. Even though it's kind of already been like that a couple times already, I think now it just finally got noticed and it was officially declared by Greeny that it was today. So of course, since he says it, it's so. But in reality, I'm pretty sure it's already been going since the end of since the start of the NBA. That's when the NHL season was already running, and the MLB was in the playoffs, the divisional, the late playoffs championships or something, and then football was going on. So I don't know what you're talking about. But apparently today we had it because I guess it's the World Series. It's a big deal. So I watched the World Series. I watched NBA, and the Monday night game is on. I think someone's winning. So, there you go. But no NHL. I tried to get the NHL game on, but then Bally's wasn't working, and it was crashing. Bally's is terrible. They tried to do they updated the app to, literally right at the game start, and it just completely crashed, and it was an absolute debacle. And basically didn't get the game going until, halftime. So I was, listening to it on the phone. Up until halftime, and then finally the stream got going, and you could watch it then. So yeah, that kind of sucked, but thank God it came back. So, still, there's not really much that we could say right now. We're still learning a lot about this team. This team's still rough around the edges. It's a process. We have guys that are hurt. We have guys that are out. They're just everyone's just fucking still falling into the groove of being back at work. It's just, you can tell Jimmy's just not here. He's whatever, dude. And I mean, I just hate it because they're gonna have to work twice as hard to just get back to 500, and it's always a pain in the ass. And these have all been winnable games. Sorry, that was something in my. These have all been winnable games that we could have gotten away with, even playing shitty. And I want to see us win these kind of games, these winnable games. So the whole goal is that, we are doing this now, but in a month or two, we are absolutely winning these games. These close games, these games that are like, instead of us getting blown out, we're blowing. But we've never been a team to blow people out, man. We just haven't been. We haven't had that offensive firepower. It was nice to see Hero going off, man, but nobody else was doing anything. So that's unfortunate. And I just know. I'm sorry. Apologies for the chair again. Remember, it's my cat's scratching post. This chair does not belong to me anymore, and I've just given up. I gave up because they tear everything up. Let them do whatever they want. They can do whatever. So if you're just constantly distracted by the chair, definitely please donate to the PayPal, donate to the cause, and Cultura now, donate a new chair. I don't know what the hell. Do something with their life. When's the next game? Are we doing this tournament thing or something already? I don't even know. I don't even know. Hold on. Nets, that's what it was. Nets on Wednesday. And then I guess Friday they start this. The Wizards is when they start this thing. Whatever it is. And I can see people already just fucking clamoring for James Harden, and it's like, dude, does he just? It's so dumb. And it's so bad. We don't really need anybody right now, dude. Like, we really don't, dude. We just need guys to just play more. That's it. If guys just play more, get in the groove and learn how to play with each other. Like, Watkins has to learn to play with the starters. Like, Jovic has to learn how to play with the starters. We're just figuring out, okay, Jovic is somebody we can count on. It's a process with these guys. We just tested out Orlando Robinson all night tonight. And Bryant, all night tonight. We're testing guys out. We're trying to find people, and people are trying to find themselves. So you can't just be like, we got to get James Harden. No, we don't have to get James Harden. First of all, James Harden's not going to leave the 76ers. They're just never going to let him go. It's a love-hate relationship. They're destined forever. Second, that man would never touch the court in Miami, because do you think he would lose enough weight to be under proper conditioning? Sorry, I gotta get some water. That was that monster hit I took of Lights on 8th right before I started. Since the bench people lit it up, we're doing lights on. That's what it's called. So do you think he's gonna be able to play in Miami? Like the way we condition guys? Do you think he's gonna see the court? Do you think he's gonna lose enough body fat to be able to play in enough time? It'll take him months. Worse yet, you're bringing that guy to a city that's basically a giant strip club. You don't want that here. You don't want that. And then you've seen him do drama everywhere. And it's not drama like Jimmy, where Jimmy was doing drama because the guys around him were like just not good. No, it's like this guy's just not a cohesive fit anywhere. And he just, everywhere he goes, he blows it up and creates a problem. Jimmy was literally trying to get people to play better, and people just didn't want to. People were there to collect the check. And so I don't think James would fit really well into this system. Like, sure, we could change him, but that shit's a project that we should have started literally like a year ago. And now, no. I think we can do better. I think we can find someone else. I don't know who, but I know we can find someone else. Dude, we haven't even started Swider, bro. We got to see what's up with Swider, man, because we've seen it. We've seen what he could do in preseason. We saw when he came in for those little bit of minutes, and he went off. So we got to give minutes to Swider. We got to give minutes to other guys on this bench, because I think other guys on this bench are I trust our scouting. I trust the guys that we put on this team to play for this team. I trust it. I trust it. So I understand it's a process. I understand we're probably going to lose a bunch of games at the beginning. But I understand at some point it's going to click and it's going to start to pick up steam. And what we learned from last year is we don't give a fuck anymore. If we're number 1, if we're number 7 or 8, doesn't matter. As long as we're in that shit, that's it. That's all we care about. Are we in this shit at the end? That's it. Okay. I'm gonna cut it there because it's like, ugh. I don't know. I was just tired because I was doing this. I was just watching all this shit, bro. It just got me like, oh. And I was eating like a sandwich and this and that. And I'm like, oh. I just, one of those. So we'll be back. We'll be back here Wednesday again. I mean, Jesus Christ, how much often do you want to hear my fucking voice? Honestly, I must be driving you crazy at this point. So we'll be back Wednesday, and we'll do it again. And I really don't have enough energy because we literally lost. It was a stupid, terrible loss. So I'm just like, fuck this, And that's how we do it. So we'll be back here for the next game. And this is like a wipe away game. This game is like bullshit. With the same bullshit that Milwaukee's gonna celebrate this game like, okay, yeah, great, moving on. We're not gonna really talk about this game because we almost lost it. We're not gonna talk about this game because it was bullshit. But we did find out, hey, we gotta start Jovic. He's gotta get minutes every night. I don't like Jerich. We're not gonna. I understand he was part of that little group with the comeback and all that shit, and that's why I'm just like, that sucks because they're gonna make it seem like he's. But no, we can do better than him. I want to see the other guys on the bench. Got to see Swider more. I like how I like Orlando Robinson. I just think he needs a lot of work. Just like Brian, 2 guys that have a lot of potential, just like and we're reconnected. Just like in previous years, guys with a lot of potential, but they just need to play. Got to give them playing time. And since our guys were thin, they're going to get playing time. And it's going to be a growing process. It's going to be a lot of hisses, a lot of misses. So just, strap yourself in. But expect that at the end of this long-ass fucking season, we're going to be in it. And right now, from what you're seeing, these other teams aren't that much dominant than us. They just won game 1 in a 7-game series. That's all they did. All the Celtics and the fucking Bucks have done is win game 1 in a 7-game series. How many times have they won game 1 in a 7-game series against the fucking Heat and the Heat come and beat their fucking asses? How many times? How many times has that happened? Exactly. So, don't freak out. There's no need to freak out. Okay? So we're going to cut it right there. I know I said that like a million times. I'm going to say it again. And you're going to like it. And you're going to take it and you're going to hear it. Okay? But we're cutting it there. Because Brooklyn's on Wednesday. And, that's all I got for you. I really don't have much. Sorry. This is how it's going to be. It's just going to be it's a flurry of thoughts. So I'm just, none of this is planned ahead. None of this is coordinated. I just pick it up and I just go, And sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. And you're just going to have to, palabinga. You know what I mean? So, was there anything else? Oh, that's right. Today's like Devil's Night. So happy Devil's Night. Fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. That's how we do it. Gonna watch The Crow after this. And tomorrow's Halloween. And we're gonna, I don't know, do something for Halloween. Check us here for the Screamorama, that's for sure. I'll probably end up just doing that, just watching horror movies. Because I don't have the capacity of patience to deal with the traffic that it takes for you to go through to have to deal with anything in Miami tomorrow. There was one time I had to drive to pick up some stuff. I had to pick up some weed on Halloween. And I had to cut across Coral Gables. And it was the worst decision I ever made in my life. And it took like 2 hours just to cut across Coral Gables. And the whole trip itself was like a 5-hour, 6-hour trip. And it was like I didn't leave Miami, I just went from one place and then back to another. And I'll never forget it. It's so horrible. So just I was just after that I'm just like I'm never gonna fucking go out and drive in Halloween again. Fuck that shit. And then everywhere you go is like it's just super overcrowded, and sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's just like feels like a waste of time. And then we started going to Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that's fun. I love doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I can only do it like once every 5 years. It's gone because we were doing it like every year, and I like that movie. I don't like it that much. It's a great movie. I love Tim Curry, but I like parts of that movie. I don't like the whole thing, and it's like midway through I'm falling asleep and shit. And so I was looking for something else to do. I said maybe like, go see the Five Nights at Freddy, but then I ended up watching it on Peacock and fucking disconnecting a lot. It's really annoying. I'm sorry. So we'll cut it quick. But yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. You never know what happens. I gotta get candy because I think there's a bunch of kids here now, and I'd like to set something up and so that they can have some candy, I guess. And yeah. I got nothing else. Sorry, I know that I said that like 5 times already, so I'm gonna say it one more time. I got nothing else, and we'll go with the sixer, okay? So we're leaving here now with you. Cultura, 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 cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. I am Studio Mogura, Studio MOGURA. Please, for the love of God, hit me up at the PayPal, the Cash App. Donate whatever you can. $1,000,000 doesn't matter. Everything that you donate goes to the making of my independent film. It goes to the support of my studio, and it goes to the making of my independent animation, and it goes to me feeding the cats. Mostly of it goes to feeding the cats, but whatever, Hit my go ahead and grab my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. It's a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s, and a bunch of adventures of me just going around doing crazy shit. Check out octotaco.com, my comic shop, as well as my blog. Check out my TeePublic shop, and check out my Spotify playlist that has my entire discography from 1999 up until this year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. So we will be back here on Wednesday after Brooklyn. Maybe we get a win. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I've just shut myself off emotionally right now, because if I actually start taking in the emotion of being like, what is wrong with this team? Like, what's going on? Then you're gonna go crazy. If you're taking this seriously, like you're going to go crazy. So don't take it seriously. Don't take this part of the season seriously. We're still like in a preseason mode. I literally consider the entire regular season preseason, and playoffs is the real fucking regular season, and the championship game, that's like the fucking like actual playoffs, and then the fucking finals is like the finals. You know what I mean? That's how you gotta look at it. Don't look at this season like it. Don't look at it anymore. Start worrying about shit after the All-Star break. If we have a really fucked up record at the All-Star break, we got a problem. If we're like in the mix, even 50-50, floating 500, we're fine. We're fine, man. We just gotta make the 4, 5, 6, 7, or the 8. I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck that. Make the goddamn playing game. We'll beat every motherfucker that's in front of us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter who they get. It doesn't matter if they get Damian Lillard, like, in Iron Man armor. It doesn't matter. They're just gonna win game 1. I don't know what to tell you. I know it sounds insane, and it's like, what's wrong with you? You just saw them get killed. And I'm like, I know, but what I see in my eyes, I'm like, I'm not afraid of this team. And like, I know that if we work a little bit harder, we could probably really fucking take it to them. Like, really take it to them. Like, oh shit. I mean, that's what I learned about this team last year. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't like, oh, it was like, it was luck the whole way. No, it wasn't. Those games were not easy. It was not luck. But we just took it. We just took it to everybody. We just like literally turned down a switch and took it to everybody. And once you discover that switch, it's just like the Patriots in November for all those years. After Thanksgiving, those motherfuckers hit a switch and that's it. You weren't beating them. It's over. So, all right. Did I do it? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Don't freak out. Just freak out, bro. Just a little bit. freak out a little bit. I'll give you a little bit to freak out because, you know, sometimes you gotta freak out. So don't freak out. Just freak out.